G'day, Lee Foster here, the Tarot Priestess apprentice. It's the 13th of January 2024 and it was just the new moon a couple of days ago, and been wanting to do the new moon spread. I've just done it today. I wanted to share it with you because it was quite astounding. I thought, I haven't done a new moon spread before, first time, so you spread it out with one in the middle, which is the theme, and that will be the theme that will present in your life during this next moon cycle. 2 is above 1 and is the seed that has been planted. 3 to the right of 1 is called the waxing moon, and that is about what is growing. 4 below number 1 is the full moon, and that's about what manifests at the end of the cycle. And 5 is the waning, which is about what to release. So for me, number 1 that I drew was the 9 of chalices. Number 2 was the 5 of wands. Number 3 was the 4 of swords. 4 was judgment, and 5 was queen of swords. By the way, in this deck, 9 of chalices is the same as 9 of cups. This is what it looks like. Alright, so 9 of chalices is about the inner door. It's about mysteries, feelings and emotions. The chalices and the cups being about emotions and feelings. The traditional meaning of this card is satisfaction, and it's about autumn giving way to winter. And it's a woman in a ritual robe sitting under the moon and raising her hands to the sky. She has closed eyes and it's beginning to snow, it's becoming cold. So the reflection on this is to try to find a balance between the visible and the invisible, the deep and the obvious. They are not really that different or enemies one to the other. Let the door of your heart open and explore further than what you already know. The universe is much bigger than you can imagine, and it is possible to journey, even standing always in the same place. So this is about sensuality, worldly pleasures, happiness, satisfaction, and about me opening up my heart to the wonders of the universe, which is an amazing theme to have. This is a time to not only enjoy the gifts we have received and helped create, it is a time to reconnect with the spiritual world, our ancestors, our guides and allies, and the goddess and God. Wow, how about that? Number 2, which is the seed that is planted, the 5 of wands, is about the circle of life. And wands is about passions, initiatives, energies. The traditional meaning is about struggles and competition and training, and it's a time where spring gives way to summer. The reflection is that remember that relationships with others is not without conflict. Win and lose, smile and try again. There is no difference between the victor and the loser, unless we decide there is. There is no defeat and no success. There is only growing. Through mindful struggle, everyone can work to reach their highest potential and be prepared to face the coming growing season to the best of their abilities. That's the seed that is being planted. I feel that this pull to being more spiritual and to the universe. The Four of Swords is about waiting for rebirth, and this is what is growing. How about that? The Swords is about communication, rationality, and intellect. It's also about dealing with suffering and conflict. And this is where spring is beginning and winter is ending. It's also about contemplation and giving things time to flourish. Things take time, and rebirth takes time, healing takes time, understanding takes time, aging and growing takes time, loving takes time. Something not yet completed is not imperfect or wrong. Giving time for things to come to you in their own natural time. So this is what is growing. So things are coming to me, but I need to be patient, and they will come to me in their own time. The next one is for the full moon, what manifests, which is judgment, and I've had this card come up a few times lately, which is interesting because it's all about the spiritual journey. We are all on a path seeking our highest evolution. It is mostly a gentle slope with small lessons each day, but every once in a while we have a burst of growth. Something within us resonates to some call that seems both outside of us but also inside at the same time. We hear it, we feel it, and we recognize it is truth and realize it is a call to something new, something bigger and better than what we were before. As we listen to it, we try to decipher its guidance. It grows stronger as our spirit and the divine begin to dance together, traveling up through our chakras, waking us up on the way. Maybe the call scares us. It does me. Yes, definitely. It can ask too much of us, and maybe we ignore it. But that won't work for too long, because our spirit yearns to be born. It desires to find expression in the world, which is here and why I'm doing this. The pure truth of it settles into our lower chakras, perhaps causing discomfort until we act, perhaps quelling fears, so we can jump up and accept the challenge, which is kind of like why I had to do the video. This spiritual drive fills us in until it must break free and be expressed in the world. We've just taken a huge leap in our spiritual growth, which is the Judgment card. There is nothing of judgment in it, just an invitation to discover and be your truest self. The reflection is that there are 7 major chakras, but only 6 are portrayed in the card. As the chakras and also the tree of life express the connection between the real and the divine as a road, suggesting that illumination is the purpose of human existence. And even if there is no illumination and no grand desire to be a saint of this or that, we cannot deny the connection between the self and the universe, and between the universe and the self. This is all about an awakening, perhaps a new vocation. So this is what manifests at the end of this cycle. Whoa, that's pretty huge. What to release now? Full moon is the Queen of Swords, which I do get a fair bit as well. And it's called the Critic. Being Queen, it's about knowing and feeling, and being Swords, it's about rationality and communication. The intellect. The picture of the Queen. The Queen of Swords is clear-headed and smart. She has learned through life experience as well as through study, and marries both to great effect, which is what I do. She shares her wisdom with others, counselling and guiding her friends and loved ones through hard times. She is a great planner and problem solver because she has come through so much herself. She loses patience with those who are not willing to address their own challenges. I do, and maybe that's what I need to release. She can have a sharp tongue, for she always tells the truth. Those who know me know that's so true. If you don't want to know me, don't know the truth, then don't ask me. So the reflection is the ability not to accept everything at face value, but to think for yourself and make up your own mind, belongs to the critic. She accepts not just her limits, but also the limits of others, and always chooses her own road to each and every opinion. So I think I just need to let that go a little. The Queen of Swords. What do you think? Have a great next moon cycle.